Lee Hogan here, VIP Boxing down at Nuneaton with Mr. 300 the second, or better known as Mr. Reliable, Kristian Laight. How you doing, kiddo?
Good. I'm good.
I was just saying to you before when I pulled up, I've got it down here, I think it was 7 years ago, about 3 days ago, you had your, what was it, got it wrote down somewhere, got loads, there's so much. Yeah, I think it was the 28th of July. You fought a kid, was it in Coventry?
Yeah, Coventry.
And that was your last time you laced up your gloves, mate. 300 fights.
No, mad. Yeah, I think it was in Coventry on a John Pegg show.
Yeah. Well, do you know something? There was
the last one.
There was a, I think it was a post put out on Facebook. Fairly, I think it was some kind of boxing page, and saying like, is this worst guy in boxing? You know, worst boxer.
Well, some would think, wouldn't they?
Well, listen, looking at your record as an outsider, maybe you did say that, but I've known you. I think you must have boxed close to 100 fights on the VIP shows over the years. I've
seen you every week, you know.
but we judge men on the road not by the losses, because there's a few of you. There's a lot of good kids. I mean, the person that you equalled his record, Mr. Peter Buckley. Another kid on the road, still doing it now, Jordan Granham, Willie Warburton, a guy you know, Fonz Alexander, Kevin McCauley, Jamie Quinn. You know, there's some quality kids on there, and we judge them by not on how many defeats, but how many times they've not heard the final bell.
Yeah.
And I think if just to some of those lads you mentioned, Jordan Graham 3 times, Will Warburton, I think it was 3 times.
Stopped 3 times.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. It wasn't many anyway.
Is he still active? Or?
Will? No, he hung up his gloves. In fact, I was fortunate to film his last fight.
Oh, about Jordan, is he still active?
Oh, Jordan's still active. He's going to be a double century.
How many times is he?
I think he's 3 times in 185 fights.
That's some going.
Yeah.
That's some going, mate.
Yeah. Well, this is
he wants to slow down.
Well, he has to slow down to try and catch up with you, hasn't he? Because you had 2 halves of your career. We're going to go right back to everything, but before that, I just want to state some facts to prove that statement that someone made was a ridiculous statement. Because 5 times you didn't hear the final bell in 300 fights, and I think in your first 83 fights, 4 times you didn't hear it, and then the next 217 fights, mate.
Once I'd adjusted.
Only once.
Once I'd adjusted, yeah. Early on, I was I liked a bit of a fight, and I was a bit like.
Well, but I'm going to get on to that, but I want to get these facts out just to put people in who don't know enough about boxing to make a statement like that, because you've got him with some quality kids. I mean, the guys that went on to win major titles, or fought for major titles, and I'm going to quickly, and there's probably a lot more than this, but Gary Sykes, Steffi Bull, Rick Godin, Tyrone Nurse, Tommy Cole made his debut against you, Shane Singleton, Terry Matthews, Maxie Hughes, Terry Flanagan, Anthony Kikachi, Sean Dodd, Jordan Gill, Mine J. Ward, John Kays, Lee Wood, Alex Dilmani, Zelfa Barrett, Lewis Rich and Kevin Mitchell. I think there's 3 or 4 world champions there.
I don't think none of them stopped me either.
No, that's what I'm saying. None of them stop you. No. So that puts that statement to bed, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah.
Now let's get on to, how did you start in boxing?
Amateur. I was just a normal kid.
And where was that? And how old?
Nuneaton Boys Club.
Yeah.
This was, back in 2002, 2003.
So you made your debut in 2003, wasn't it? Was it 2003? Let me have a little look here somewhere.
It was probably, it was about 2000, remember, because I jumped straight pro after the amateurs. I only had 10 amateur fights. Yeah. And then jumped straight into pro.
What was the decision? Because 10 fights is not really a lot. Money?
Yeah, I got approached by someone. He said, look, what are you boxing amateur for? Yeah. Come and earn some money, and same training, same crack, and yeah, I turned pro. And started.
And you, obviously, you know, your journey ended up being on the road. Was that always your intentions, or did you have ambitions when you first turned over?
When I first turned pro, I thought I could actually win something, like a Midlands or something like that. Yeah. But it weren't until.
Because you did fight a couple of 10 rounders, didn't you?
Yeah.
So were they for those Masters titles?
Them definitely.
Yeah, you say that, but I loved them. They were brilliant. They were brilliant titles.
But you got some good little fights on them.
Yeah, you did.
You did cracking little fights on them. But yeah, I boxed for 2 of them years ago. That was quite early on.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, that weren't fun. The 10 rounders. But yeah, boxed for 2 of them.
And you know, look, just mention some of those names. Is it anyone that you got in with that afterwards you felt, ooh, he's going somewhere? And if was there anyone that you did get in with who did go somewhere but you didn't think was going to go anywhere?
Yeah, Lee Wood straight away. When I boxed him, I thought he had no power and.
No, that's one thing he has got power though, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Obviously he has, but when I boxed him, I just thought he was an average kid.
Right.
I really did. He surprised me, but yeah.
I was talking to him on my way down here. I phoned up Peggy, who managed your last 170, 180 fights, was it? And that's why we had you on so many of the VIP shows, because Peggy was Steve Wood's matchmaker. So your name was down there, and all our kids who were making debuts and you know, under 5, 6 fights, you were perfect for them to, because you guaranteed.
I've seen you a lot more than I've seen me on Missus, I think, back in the day, didn't I? Every week I've seen you,
fact,
Steve.
I interviewed you twice. After there was a win that. Very rarely, you know, you knew you was there to do a job, and the job that you was there to do was to ask some questions and test them, and then just see if they've got the right ingredients to go to that next level. Yeah. But there was, I think it was, what was Lenny Woodall relation to? Because that was Richard Woodall's dad.
That was Richard's dad, yeah. He was, obviously he was a coach. He was in the gym with Peggy, John Pegg. And he trained Andy Patterson. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I do.
Good friends, and then obviously he trained all the lads. And so yeah.
And when he passed on, you put a little statement on Facebook saying, "I'm coming for the win." Yeah. And you very rarely, you made that. And you went out there and you beat the kid. Is it? I don't want you to say names or anything like that. But is there anyone out there that you felt you did do just a job, or you know, because some of those kids, as we just mentioned there, these are genuine prospects. Yeah. You weren't doing a job with any of them,
all British champions, and you know, lads who I shouldn't really have.
No,
I should have been stopped by most of them.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah. You know, just sometimes I look back and I think, Jesus Christ, I went in with him. Oh, I forgot I boxed him. I see him on the TV now. So, I boxed him. And he's knocking people out like Kakachi and...
Yeah, Kakachi, you know, world champion. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
again, it's mad.
It was anyone that you got in there, which I was alluding to before. You said Lee Wood, but was there anyone else that you got in with and didn't make the grade or make it to those levels or those fighters that we spoke about, that you felt that when you got out with them that they were going to do it? He was good, kid, he was good.
There's been a few like that, I think, but
when there were hard probably nights,
too many. They made
you earn your money.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who's done that. There's quite a few of them actually. Oh, was that kid from Manchester? I think he dropped me. This was late on. What was his name? He was a good kid from Manchester. I can't remember what his name was, but I think he dropped me. You know, he was a tough night to work. Kane Gardner.
Oh, okay, yeah. Kane.
But I don't think he'd done much towards the end, did he?
No, he's still going. He's still going.
I boxed him. And I did give away quite a bit of weight, but I thought, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Kane's good. In fact, Kane was very good against the men on the road, because
Tom Fowler. He was a strong kid as well.
Tom won the WBC International, didn't he?
He bothered me a few times as well. Yeah. He was a good kid. I mean, most of these fucking names on here are good kids.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Every one of those kids that I mentioned either won a British level fight or challenged for a British level fight. And as I just said, you know, Terry Flanagan. In fact, we were just talking about Terry Flanagan, because that fight came about. You were going as a fan to watch your stablemate Maxwell fight Brian Rose for the British title, wasn't you? Yeah. And Peggy, because in them days you're allowed to match mate. I think we have to have it all matched up by a certain time on the Friday, I think. But up to 5 o'clock we've got to on a Friday. And if it's not made by then, it's not happening.
Got you.
But this was the morning of the fight, and someone had pulled out on Teddy Flanagan, and they were looking for an opponent. So Peggy said to you, "Have you left yet?" And you went, "No, why?" He said, "I'm getting on the coach." He said, "Bring your gear." Bring your gear. That. And he said, "You didn't ask who, you didn't ask how much. All you said was, would I get refunded for me ticket because you bought a ticket to see the fight?"
Yeah. That sounds about
right. Did you get refunded?
No. Probably not. Listen, I got it back one way or another.
Yeah.
Off Steve.
Yeah. But I mean, Steve loved you because, like I say, you saved not just many of our shows, but lots of people's shows because that was what you do. You know, you'd step in at last minute, wouldn't you?
I think I saved a couple of shows in Scotland as well.
Who gave you the name, Mr. Reliable?
I think I gave it myself.
Oh, did you? You can't pick your own ring name.
I think I did.
I was asking because Peggy likes to dish him out, doesn't he? He likes to give his.
No, that one was on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I done that one.
And when did that come about? How long into your career?
Early on.
Yeah.
Once I started getting confidence, and once I knew I could get through the fights. Yeah, I named myself.
And when you say that then, so how many fights did it take for you to get that confidence?
Probably about, I don't know.
Because looking here, one of those...
Probably just before I met John Pegg.
Yeah.
That's when I actually got into the journeyman mode and I understood the role.
So about 100 fights then, really?
Yeah, I mean, quite early on I was just completely... Sometimes I'd turn up, have a fight. Yeah, but weren't until later on I sort of knew what everything worked in all the politics, and I sort of wisened up and got...
In preparation for a fight, I mean, did you work throughout most of your career?
Bits.
Yeah.
Only when I needed to, like on off. I know medical to do, or sometimes you'd have a month off over Christmas, or when I needed to, I did. I had a job for a couple of weeks or something, but
so generally I just... You were full-time. Like you say, the second half of your professional career, as I mentioned, 217 fights in the last 7.5 years as a pro. On average, that was 27 fights a year, right? And when you consider that a lot of the small old shows, which is what we're in now, we're in that closed down period before the shows start again in September. So there's 6 to 7 weeks there where there's no small shows. Yeah. And same with Christmas, we have shows up until Christmas, but then we don't usually start back until middle of February, beginning of March. So that meant in those 7.5 years, you were fighting 3 times a month.
3 times a month. I look back and I think, Jesus.
How do you do it?
I don't know. I just got stuck into the...
Listen, the kids that you were fighting were preparing for you. They were preparing. They had 8, 10, 12 weeks to get ready for a fight. What did you do in preparations, or did you not have to do much because you were fighting so regular?
I didn't really do a lot of training. I might have done a couple of pad sessions in a week, but generally, no, I didn't train really, to be fair.
About road work?
A couple of ones, done a couple of ones. Didn't train every day. But I didn't need to if I was fighting every week. You ain't going to lose your fitness in a week, are you? So, do you know what I mean? Sometimes, I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't do no training. Yeah? No, I'm not going to lie, but...
I think I remember that period, actually, because...
I didn't need to.
Because you were very good at your job. And you were one of those that, sometimes you have guys that are spoilers, that I think are stealing a living rather than earning a living. Now, you were a guy that earned a living. But there was a little period where I don't think you were training. I remember speaking to Peggy, and I could see it in your performances.
You could see it sliding, yeah.
And what was the kick up the bum? Was that Peggy? Did Peggy get on to you? And...
Yeah, the board. I think I got called in by the board a couple of times as well.
Yeah.
For a couple of bad performances. So never thought of that alone. Just started training again.
We didn't, considering the amount of times you fought on our shows, obviously we used to speak to the winners. So that wasn't going to be the case for you too many times. But there was one, in fact, it was your last win. It was win number 12 against a kid called Sean Crowley, I think his name was. Scouse lad.
Yeah, I remember.
At Olympia. And You know,
he was undefeated as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was 1-0. I think he was 1-0.
There you go.
That's another thing. 7-0s, mate. 7-0s in your 12 wins. You took 7-0s. That's more than Ricky Hatton took.
Yeah. But only kids who are like probably one draw.
Yeah.
Couple of wins.
Yeah. No, but it's still
scrape through them just.
Yeah.
But it's still kids those.
What when you look back on your career, do you look back with it fond memories now?
Mixed emotions looking back. Sometimes I think, I don't know. Sometimes I can look back and think, wow, what a waste, all them losses but nah, I'm like again mixed emotions. I've had some good memories, met some good people.
But you were doing it.
But again, it's been a job. I
Yeah.
look back at it, it's been a job. But again,
it's a tough job to do. But you did it very well,
Yeah.
and the most important thing for these guys, because towards the end, when you were fighting regular on our shows, it was against those kids that were under 4, under 5 fights, or making the debuts, and you know, you went in there and you give them what they needed, which was a little test. And rounds. Rounds were important. You were almost guaranteed to give everyone those 4 rounds that they need when they're starting off, because if they're hitting people like you, they weren't going to get to those title levels further down the line.
Yeah.
You know, and then all those guys I mentioned before, the likes of, you know, Kev McCauley, Will Warburton, Jamie Quinn, Jordan Grannon, Peter Buckley, all these guys, Fonz Alexander, you know, these are guys that
shows
that
wouldn't be going on without them boys, would they? You know.
Well, boxing wouldn't happen. Small shows wouldn't happen. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how's life treating you since boxing? And do you miss it?
No, I don't miss the train. No, I don't.
Hang on, you say you don't. I've just come in and the television and you're watching boxing.
I can watch the boxing. I like watching the old boxing, but I don't miss the boxing as in me boxing. Do you know what I mean? I like eating food now and just doing what I want. And but yeah, I like watching the boxing, but I don't really get up to a lot now these days.
You don't look too much heavy. You don't look like you might be able to step in the ropes.
Probably about 11 stone.
Right, so you're half a stone over from
exactly, and I've done nothing.
And another thing that was good about you were very consistent. You know, from day one in your career, you never really fought over the 10 stone or 10 stone 7. That was it. That was your golden weight, wasn't it?
Luckily, I don't put much weight on anyway, so I was always there or thereabt. You know?
I wish I had that problem. I think my head weighs about 10 stone. But yeah, no. Like I say, I just wanted to put that. I thought the idiot who put it up didn't know anything about boxing.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion, aren't they? But looking from a normal citizen looking at that, though, and if you don't know about boxing, you see a picture of my ugly face and my record, you're going to think, that's not good, is it?
No. But
to the normal person who don't know boxing, you know.
Yeah.
But once you find out boxing, man.
It's an invaluable job that you do, and as we just said, it leads to all these guys hopefully becoming champions, because we have the prospects and we have the men on the road, and it's a tough job on the road, but you got very good at it, mate. And never, in even though those 5 times you didn't hear the final bell, you was always on your feet, mate. No one cleaned you out, did they?
No. I got dropped a few times, but always got up.
That's what I'm saying.
Always made the count.
Yeah, you always. Yeah,
and I was always ready to go as well.
Yeah.
But obviously, one of them ones. But yeah, never been sparked. Never been sparked out.
And you wouldn't say, you did it the hard way, because, again,
I didn't spoil, did I? Really?
Well, you didn't spoil.
I did early on in my career, a little bit.
Yeah, but
in the 10 round.
You were clever. You'd go and switch, and you'd move around. You'd make them think about what you were doing. You use your feet, but you didn't have what a lot of people do have, which is a punch. You didn't. You had to do it the hard way. You were never going to finish a fight.
Never.
So
I couldn't punch through a paper bag, could I? But if I weren't tough, I wouldn't have lasted.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And I could take a shot as well.
Well, we know that, mate.
I could take a shot. So that's probably one of the main factors why I had so many. Was my toughness.
Who was the hardest that you ever got hit off?
Probably Anthony Kakachi.
Yeah,
he could whack.
Well,
if you felt one, you didn't want to. You was straight away off. You couldn't take no more than one. He was a strong kid.
I remember.
And fast as well.
on one of our shows, Jamie Quinn was fighting. I think it was the first time that Jamie Quinn ever got stopped.
Broke his jaw, didn't he?
Yeah, he broke his jaw in the first round. So I think he didn't get stopped, but he ended up retiring on the stool, and it was either just before the summer break or just before Christmas. I can't remember when it was. But he used to do like a lot of like Fonz does and all that. He used to like going over on holidays. He'd go to Thailand.
Yeah,
and he'd spend 2-3 weeks out there.
So he'd lost his money.
And so he went out there. No, he might have gone to. I think he might have gone to Prague on one of these festivals. He likes his music festivals. So he'd gone over there, and he come back and his jaw was still hurting. So he went to the doctors and said, like, my jaw's aching, blah, blah, and explained that was professional fighter. Took him in the x-ray and he said, yeah, it's broke. Yeah. So he went on.
So he'd been cracking on with a broken jaw. Painkillers.
Yeah. So
that's how tough he is.
I don't think it was painkillers, I think it was more alcohol. He likes to drink, Jamie, every now and then, doesn't he?
I bet.
Is there any good stories that you had? Because when we're in the changing rooms, I go in both changing rooms. I go in the home corner, which is quite solemn. There's a lot of pressure on the home fighter. They've got to win.
Mood.
They've got to win. You go into the away corners thingy, and it was just so relaxed. Yeah,
calm. Everyone's having their laugh and a joke. Yeah, but that's what we had to do.
Who were your favourites?
We was sort of like, we was up against it when we went to these, do you know what I mean? We had the home changing rooms, obviously it's a different mood in there. They've all shouting instructions, everyone's focused and tense and, but for us it's, we've sort of gone into the lines then, haven't we? So we've got no choice but to be calm and collected.
Who was your favourites then? When you looked on a fight card and you went, oh, he's in the whole the way corner with me. Who were your favourite guys to meet up on fight night and chat with in the changing rooms?
Curtis
Kigano.
Top lad.
Mr. Entertainer.
Yeah, he was a good laugh. Kevin McCauley, obviously. Jamie Quinn
he's
again.
a Brummie lad as well, Kevin. He's around this area.
Yeah, he's from Dudley, I think, or Black Country somewhere. Remember Detlin Donchev from London, one of Mickey Elliott's
lads? What was his name?
Detlin Donchev.
Oh yes, I do. He
was a funny cat. He was again.
On our shows many times.
Yeah, there was lads. Cass Hussein. All good lads.
Top kid.
Good lads.
He's a manager and a promoter.
William
now.
Warburton.
Yeah, top man. In fact, he's a kid I want to catch up with because these are little ones. Like you say, I love my job. It's brilliant. I get to, but I do like the away fighters, even though I'm VIP and I want our lads to win. Yeah. There's certain guys that are on the road that always put a smile on my face. You were one of them. Jordan Grannon was another one. Jamie Quinn was another one. These are guys that I look forward to watching. Yeah. Because they do what we need them to do, which is test our lads.
Exactly. And save shows.
Is there anything you do different?
What do you mean?
In your career?
Anything I'll do different?
Yeah.
No.
Nope. I was listening, like you say, it was a pleasure, mate, and I just think 300 fights. That's another thing. Why not do 301?
I couldn't.
Why?
I got my brain scan was...
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
All right, so it was important.
2 changes.
Yeah.
You'll have 3 changes.
Yeah, I think you have.
One of them ones, so it was... I think I'd had one season before, and they'd let it go. So obviously this... No.
Right. So, because it would have been nice, but
I was gonna have one more season.
Yeah.
That was the plan. I was gonna have one more season, probably do 320.
Well, how old were you when you retired?
38.
38.
I was gonna go till I was 40. I was gonna knock it on my head at 40, but
I think Kev went on till he was about 40. Kevin McCauley went on till about 42, 43, wasn't he? And Elvis Dube. I think Elvis was out there. He became a centurion, didn't he, as well?
Yeah.
Cruiserweight, about 5 foot. Yeah. 8 or something like that.
He could
whack him.
Well.
Yeah, no,
he put a couple away, didn't he?
Yeah,
Old Elvis.
Yeah. So, it's like you say, it's been a pleasure, mate. I like I say, I have spoke to you on a couple of occasions on our shows, and it was always nice to do it. I think that was a special one for you when you got your 10th win because of the Lenny Woodall thing, and it was nice because. There's certain little landmarks, and it might mean nothing to other people. For me, it means a lot. I got to film William Warburton's last fight, his 200 fight, which was a win up in Scotland, and I got to chat to you after your last win as a professional, your 12th win, and that was at Liverpool, I think it was, mate. So, life's good.
Better. No, I'm not getting punched in the head. No, I'm just busy with the kids.
Do you ever go to any of the shows or anything like that?
There's not been... not really, to be honest with you, Lee. I've got an autistic son.
Oh, right.
And he's... the older he's getting, the worse he's getting. He needs supervision all the time. And this new baby is just an absolute nightmare. She don't sleep. She's been ill since she was born, and now I'm doing my night shift. Because she goes to sleep at night. I have to go up there and rock the baby 20 times a night. Yeah. So that's why I look about 60 and I'm actually 40. I've been doing night shifts since she was born, which is about a year now.
How old is she now?
She's a year.
A year?
Just past a year, yeah. So, constantly busy with the kids.
Well, listen, it was a pleasure. It was nice. It's a lovely little place you live down here, mate. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's a lovely little estate out the way.
Travel through the countryside for a while, and suddenly you get this lovely little town here. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it is.
So it's been a pleasure, mate, and we'll try and get this up, and hopefully we'll put that myth to bed, because to get to 300 fights and to not hear the bell on only 5 occasions.
Against the kids who are boxed, I mean.
Yep, it's special, mate. You got to be good. You got to be good. Kristian,
cheers,
Laight. Been a pleasure,
cheers
mate.
for coming as well.
No, my pleasure, mate. My pleasure.
No
nice
problem.
one, mate.
News and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north. Click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.